Hi, everyone, and welcome to XOXO Xander, the podcast. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to XOXO Xander, the podcast. In today's episode, today kind of marks the beginning of the end, or rather the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new era. In this episode, I kind of wanted to share some deep insights and personal reflections about my journey and, the conscious decisions I've made to leave certain things behind as I step into, this new phase of my life. In this episode, I want to talk about embracing independence again, kind of a full circle moment, and self-awareness, and just discuss the aspects of my past that I won't be carrying with me into the future. I'm hoping that this will be a reflective moment, bring about some hope and just be an empowering conversation about personal growth and just having the courage to say bye to what no longer serves you. I guess to kind of start, I kind of made a list of things that, as I just stated, I will be saying bye to, or things that I'm wanting to get rid of as I step into this new era. I guess we'll start with old habits. I'm definitely wanting to leave a bunch of old habits behind. And, I've learned that habits can be comforting, but they can also be limiting. I realized that I had fallen into routines that no longer aligned with who I am becoming. For example, I used to procrastinate a lot. It was my go-to coping mechanism for dealing with stress or uncertainty. But now I'm learning to be more proactive and take action rather than delay, which is kind of where I'm at right now with this podcast. I knew at the time of releasing the kind of like the track list for the episodes that I wasn't ready to do this. I knew that I was, setting myself up for something that I was going to be kind of disappointed in. And mind you, this is something that I, had the idea for a very long time, and I kind of have been working on here and there throughout the last couple of years. And I do have other recordings. It's just I kind of gravitated towards a different direction, and I don't know, I just wasn't ready for this, and I think I just jumped into it a little too soon. But in other forms, I guess, just getting rid of procrastination and jumping on certain things rather than just talking about things that I want to accomplish, because I feel like I used to do that a lot. It's so easy to plan and organize things and create vision boards and things like that, but when it comes to producing, it's just such a scary thing and it takes so much time. So yeah, I feel like this shift has not only made me more productive, though, just jumping on certain projects, but it also has helped me build confidence in my ability to handle certain challenges head on. Doing this podcast shit is not as simple as it would seem. Like, I put so much money into this, just to get it on certain platforms, and the time and the energy of creating certain things, and also trying to navigate through life. I just turned 20, trying to navigate adulthood, trying to maintain a social life, and also I'm not rich despite what people be thinking. I do work, so trying to balance all of that and practice self-care as well has been extremely difficult. But I don't know, I just feel like jumping on certain things, I've just grown confidence in doing so, and I've always been the type of person to just do it and face the consequences later. You know what I mean? But yeah. Next, Let's talk about relationships. We all have those connections in our lives that drain us more than they nourish us. For me, it was crucial to recognize which relationships were holding me back and which were pushing me forward. So saying goodbye to toxic ass relationships has been, a very challenging thing for me. I think I'm too gullible, and I just I don't know. I like people, and I don't like hurting people, despite what some people may think. So saying goodbye to toxic relationships has been challenging, but it definitely is a extremely liberating experience, and I'm excited to continue to surround myself with people who genuinely support me and uplift me, and who I can do the same for in return. Moving on to self-doubt. This one's a biggie, I guess you could say. It's pretty big. Self-doubt has a way of creeping in and, overshadowing our achievements and potential. And I've spent a lot of time doubting my abilities and comparing myself to others, which, that is something I definitely had to work on. But now I'm choosing to kind of let go of that doubt and trust in my journey, and, know that things are a work in progress. And I'm learning to celebrate my strengths and acknowledge that it's okay not to have everything figured out right now. Again, I think I talked about this in another episode, but I feel like our society nowadays, we feel like we have to rush into so many things, or we feel like we have to rush to grow up and have everything figured out because, we're surrounded by, again, social media. And I was just talking to somebody today, like, social media, that shit is not real. Like, the things that people are portraying and the lifestyle that people are, letting us see, that's not the glamour. Like, the glamour isn't real behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, they're normal people like us. They struggle like us. They be in the drive-thru at 3 a.m. like us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not what we think. And so I've learned to just stop comparing myself to that. Next, I would say clutter. Not like just physical clutter, but mental and emotional clutter as well. Like, I've been decluttering my space, getting rid of things as I prepare to move into my apartment. And I've just been getting rid of things that no longer serve a purpose. But like, some things I have is just like, why do you have this? Why are you holding on to this? Like, it's just space filler and it's collecting dust. So decluttering has been a very big thing, but more importantly, I'm decluttering my mind, letting go of old grudges, regrets, and negative thoughts that have, been weighing down on me for so long. And I feel like this process has opened up room for new ideas, experiences, and just new perspectives on, certain relationships and certain situations. So, yeah. Another significant change I'm making is stepping out of my comfort zone. I feel like I'm a pretty expressive person. Like, I don't consider myself to be too closed off. Like, I'm pretty confident, and I do normally step out of my comfort zone a little bit more than I guess others. But it can be easy to just stick with what's familiar and safe, but growth only happens when you challenge yourself or when things become different, like when you can see a physical change. So I'm wanting to push myself to try new things, explore new interests, meet new people. And that's why I'm so excited to be transferring to a new university, because that's just going to bring an outpour of new opportunities, new friendships, new relationships, things like that. So I'm excited. It's going to be a learning experience. And it's both exciting and scary, but I think it's a necessary step towards becoming the person that I want to be. Unrealistic expectations and the fear of failure have also been on my list of things to say goodbye to. I used to set these very, very, very high standards for myself, and if I didn't meet them, I'd feel like I was a failure or something, which, like, what? But I'm learning that it's okay to make mistakes and that every failure is a lesson in disguise. I'm setting more, realistic goals and being kinder to myself along the way. I feel like we beat ourselves up so much. And if we just stop to look around, the entire world is struggling. The economy is, I don't even know what to say. Like, the times we're living in are just not the kindest. So why are we beating ourselves up when we're already just faced with some fucked up circumstances? You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of looking in the mirror and beating myself up because sometimes I might forget to do skincare or shit like that. But honestly, give yourself a break. You can be mentally, emotionally drained, social battery gone. That's okay. Like, it's okay to not feel 100% every single day. And I also think, like, for me, I'm just such a big, like, I just want everything to be big and grand all the time. And that's just not realistic. That right there, if I keep living the way that I was living, senior year, freshman year of college, I'm not going to make it to 30. So just kind of taking things a little bit more lightly and getting rid of the unrealistic expectations. And finally, I'm saying goodbye to superficial connections, and this is big. Social media comparisons. I kind of touched on this already, but it's so easy to get caught up in the highlight reels of other people's lives and feel like we're not measuring up. But I'm focusing on building a deeper, more meaningful connection and valuing quality over quantity in most of my relationships. And I'm so grateful for the people that I have in my life now. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have a platform where I can uplift some people or just give people something to listen to while they're cleaning up or just anything like that. And I'm so grateful to have matured from a place where I would have retaliated or responded to the negativity that some people on this universe like to spread. I just truly feel like people hate to see me win at certain times, and I just feel like I'm constantly brought up in some situation when I'm really just enjoying something that I've been so passionate about, but I don't really give a fuck no more. I'm at a point where I just let people talk. It is what it is, and focus more on the positivity more than the negative. So there you have it. These are things that I'm wanting to leave behind as I always say the word embark, but start on this new chapter. It's a journey of, like I mentioned, self-discovery, growth, and just empowerment. I'm hoping my reflections inspire you to think about what you might want to say bye to in your own life, and things that you want to manifest for yourself. I'm manifesting a beautiful life for each and every person. You never know what circumstances people are under, so make sure you spread love, make sure you spread kindness, and yeah, just remember, you're a bad bitch. Thank you for joining me in this conversation. I know this was very short, but I just wanted to get on here and say that and kind of express my gratitude for everyone that has supported me along this journey. It's been difficult, not even gonna lie. I'm already not a person who likes to share a lot of personal things, but thank you so much for joining me in this conversation. Like I said, stay tuned for part 2 of our finale, where me and DJ had a fun and insightful discussion about our generations. But until then, take care, and remember, sometimes saying goodbye is the first step to saying hello to a better future. I love you so much. XOXO Xander.